What's up, my wealthy babies? I am back with another video, and with today's video I'm showing you guys how I achieved this look right here. It was definitely a challenge, but I was up for it. So let me get into how I made this look come to life. The important part of this video is the hearts. Now, I got these hearts from Amazon. I will link all the things that I used in this video down below, but I got styrofoam hearts from Amazon for like less than $10. And I thought styrofoam would be the best option to use than any type of other material heart. So I started off using tacky glue. I thought this was the best option to do than using any other glue, because I also do have hot glue, but hot glue and styrofoam just don't mix. It will like literally melt the styrofoam. So I'm using the tacky glue to secure the placement of the braiding hair that I will be laying on the styrofoam later on in the video. This is the part when I lay down the hair onto the glue, and to be honest, this part isn't that easy because the heart tends to move around a lot, and this is why I only glue half of the heart, because the heart just moves around so much, and getting tacky glue on your hands is a hot mess, and then it gets on the hair. So this method works for me. So you'll see me working in sections with this whole process because it's just easier and less messy. The hair that I'm using is just regular braiding hair that I got from my local beauty supply store. I didn't want to use tracks because, you know, tracks have the black weft on it, and trying to get that off would have been even harder than using regular braiding hair. So you see, once I got done securing the first piece of hair, I went ahead and glued the other half of the heart so I get ready to secure the other piece of hair. So I got done gluing the front of the wig, and once I got done, I tied the bottom of the hair so I can have everything in place, and I just let the hair sit overnight so it can dry completely. And I did the same method with the rest of the hearts that I have, and I let all of the hearts sit overnight, and then I moved on to the next step. So the next day I ended up brushing out the braiding hair because not all the hair is glued onto the heart. So with the extra hair, it tends to get in the way when it's time for me to wrap the hair around the heart. And you know, with braiding hair, it tends to tangle up easily. So I'm just going through and just making sure there's no matting and everything is just as smooth as possible. Now I'm cutting the extra hair that's in the front of the heart because I'm about to start wrapping the hair around, because there's extra hair that's in the back that I have to secure, but I don't need this extra hair that's just hanging in the front of the heart. It's just gonna get in the way for me when it's time to wrap. With the back of the heart, this is when I start using the back of the wig. I will be using the hot glue, because with tacky glue, it doesn't dry fast enough for me when it's time for me to wrap the hair around, and that would just completely mess up the whole process of what I'm doing. So the hot glue makes it easier for me to secure the hair in place while I'm wrapping it around the heart. I really take my time when it comes to this process. As I'm wrapping, I make sure I always comb the hair out so there won't be any tangles. But I wrap the hair around and then I secure it with the hot glue, and I just hold it for a moment until the glue dries, and then I just do the whole process all over again. I'm about to finish up this heart real quick, and once I'm done, I'll come right back. I finished wrapping the hair around the heart, and now what I'm just doing is just cutting the flyaways and all the hair that was out of place so the actual hair can be shaped into the heart, and I just let that dry overnight as well. It's day 3 and I finally finished with all my hearts. I made about 10 of them. I only needed 9, but I made an extra one just in case if I messed up. I started lining up the hearts together to see where I'm going to place them at before I actually glued it down and secure it, because I wasn't sure how the hearts was going to look. So I just played around with it until I got something that I liked. I figured out how I wanted it to look and I glued down everything, and this is what I got. I didn't want to just stop with the hearts. I had to add some arrows to the heart as well, because you know this is the Valentine's Day vibe. So I got some arrows from Amazon, I think also less than $10, and I had to break them in half so the arrow can look like it's going through the heart. What I used to secure the arrows was hot glue, and that process was very difficult because it wouldn't stay. But eventually I got it, I got it together and it stayed. I definitely had to let this sit overnight as well, and I tried my best. I think the arrow or the actual heart was kind of too heavy, and it was kind of hard to secure this in place. So the hairstyle that I decided to do with this look was a side part bun. I felt like the hairstyle has to be simple because the main attraction of this whole look is the hearts. So I didn't want my hairstyle to be as dramatic as the hearts is going to be. So I'm going to style my hair real quick, and I'm going to come back when it's time to secure the hearts. So before I glued down the hearts, I was really trying to figure out the placements of where I was going to put them at. And I started to realize that this process was not going to be as easy as I wanted it to be. So I decided to use hair glue to secure the hearts in the back of my head. And it wasn't working out how I wanted it to, because I didn't realize how heavy these hearts was going to be. The hearts wasn't staying straight up how I wanted it to. It kept leaning forward, and that was just giving me a headache. So I just thought the best thing to do was to use bobby pins to secure it down even more. And as I go, just use a blow dryer so the hair glue can dry quicker to the back of my wig. So I did the same thing with my second piece, and at this point I kind of got the hang of it. But if anybody have any suggestions of an easier way for me to do this, definitely leave that in the comments down below. So that's basically it, you guys. Eventually I just accepted the hairstyle for what it was because it was cute to me, but this was a challenge that I will definitely do again. And yeah, so for this being my first time trying this type of project, I am definitely happy with the results. So definitely go follow me on TikTok and Instagram so you guys can see the final results of the whole look. And yeah, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and y'all already know the memo. If you're not subscribed, then what the fuck are you doing? You missing out on some good ass content, girl. So thank you guys for watching, and bye my babies.